Hello, everybody. I'm kind of loud now. Welcome back to Happily Booked, the bookcast for two kindred spirits. What do we believe? We believe that the pursuit of happiness is the same thing as reading a good book and being able to talk about it. We're your hostesses with the mostesses, Brooke and
Beck.
Welcome back. Oh my gosh. We're having a weird time already. I almost said this morning. This afternoon. We're having some technical issues, but right now I think we're okay.
So, we're down to one microphone.
Down to one microphone because in the area that we live in, I wouldn't say we were really hit by Hurricane Helene. Helene, right?
Yeah,
it's
Helene.
an E at the end.
Yeah.
So Helene. But we did have some strong winds. Our power went out here and there, and you know, the flooding. Yeah. That's the word. That's what I'm really getting at here because, we were lucky with where we were located. I mean, you know, we are an hour apart, but it still really wasn't that bad here at all. Yeah. But like in more of an hour and a half south, it was like messed up.
North Carolina's pretty bad.
Yeah. I need to, I'll talk to her later, actually. I'm video chatting Lexi after y'all leave. So it'll be earlier than I anticipated. So that's kind of cool. And I'll ask her about that. But our basement already floods. Not regularly anymore, but when it like monsoons, heavy rain, it will flood a little bit. And it hadn't really stormed that bad in a while, so we hadn't experienced it. And also, Austin has been trying to seal up the basement with this like sealant paint, which had done really good. And then the hurricane, tropical storm came through. And our whole basement flooded. It was a good, I'd say a centimeter, probably at least, of water, just along the floor. In our recruiting, in our recording studio. So, and I hadn't realized that was gonna happen. That was your phone. Yeah. I hadn't realized. I didn't even think about checking our basement for flooding. It rained literally all day. Yeah. And I was upstairs, pretty much all day. And then Austin was like, how's the basement? Because he was at work. And I was like, oh, I don't want to look. I don't want to look I don't want to know how the basement is. So I opened the door at the top of the basement stairs, and I could already tell. And it smells a little bit. Yeah. It doesn't smell bad right now. It's pretty much dried up. He had a big fan on yesterday trying to dry everything up more. But I could smell it, and I could just see, the rug down there. Well, it was down there. He took it out, I think. Just soaked with water, and I was like, oh, dang. And so I went down, and I didn't have my phone. But I came all the way down here, and, I looked in the main area where, the toolboxes are, and I was like, okay, it's flooded. And then I went to the laundry room, and I was like, okay, it's not too bad, but it is flooded. All right. Well, let's check the studio, the electronic room. Right. And I came in, I opened the door, and I was like, oh, no. It's just water was all over this entire floor.
Does that still work?
Well, we think so. Oh. This is the first time I've turned this computer back on. So I came in here, and they're on the floor. Right. And I was like, oh crap. So I immediately just started picking up stuff, and I was unplugging things and moving everything. And I was like, oh man, I hope they're okay. But it was for flooding. I mean, not it bad. Was flooded, but it was also not even, I don't think, tall enough to get into the computers, which was good. This is actually our first time even turning this one on. So woo. And I don't think he's tested the other one yet. But, so I moved everything, but there's a cord from your microphone on the floor back there. And I was like, okay, I don't know. I unplugged everything from the computer. So I was kind of just hoping that connection was okay. And I'm sort of thinking maybe it's not. Yeah. Because your microphone's not working. Right. As it seems. Yeah. So.
Unless you're husband comes home and works his magic.
Right, magically just looks at it.
Because sometimes he just does stuff and, it works for him.
It does, which is great, but also very annoying. And I only mean annoying because last week, I had to turn this interface off like 5 times. I turned the computer on and off. I unplugged everything, plugged everything back in. I was trying to get my phone connected. Nothing was working for me. Nothing. All the buttons on the interface would not interact with me at all. And I was getting so mad. I was like, Austin, nothing is working down there. And him being a logical person, the first thing he thought of was the washer and dryer when I said there's nothing working down there. And he was like, what do you mean? And I was getting so annoyed because I'm like, why aren't you reading my mind? And I was like, for our podcast, nothing is working. And he was like, oh, so the washer and dryer are fine. And I was like, yes, the washer and dryer are fine. I see why you thought that. Maybe that was the issue. Because, I mean, although this is wonderful and I would love to keep doing this, the washer and dryer are kind of a little bit higher in electronic-wise with priorities. Clothes. We want our clothes clean and dry.
We don't want to be smelly.
Yeah. So then he just came down here and it wasn't working, and then he turned everything on and off, and lo and behold, it started working. And I was like, well, thank you. Have a good day at work. So, yeah, maybe he just needs to come look at it. I don't know. This works okay. Like, it's picking us both up pretty well.
Yeah.
But we did spend money on the microphone, so.
Yeah.
I wish I had thought about that before the flooding started.
Right. Well, replacing the cord won't be as expensive as replacing the microphone, I don't think.
Probably not. We'll have to see what has to be done. Oh, man. But, yeah, some of my family, they live, like, in Vidalia. Mm-hmm. So their whole town is, like, out. Like, it was, like, just destroyed, I guess. And so
the girls were telling me about a little town in the mountains in Appalachia that doesn't exist anymore. They only have, like, 130 people there, but all of their, like, convenience stores or whatever, they're gone.
That's so sad.
It's very sad. I hope the people are okay. Like, it's going to be expensive to rebuild, but they can rebuild.
Right.
But it's just so devastating for them, I'm sure.
The struggle with rebuilding, that's so unfortunate.
Well, and they don't have their grocery store or anything like that, which the people of Appalachia are probably better equipped to get food than people in a metropolitan area, because they're probably used to growing their own food anyway and preserving and canning. So
they probably hunt regularly.
Yeah, so they probably, as far as the grocery store situation, they probably won't starve or anything, but it's just like, their homes, their businesses,
the community.
Yeah.
Well, I hope everybody's okay. So, picking up my clapping very well. Okay, I guess we can get right into it. I was trying to kind of scan my brain to see if we had anything else that I had to say. By now you should be reading We Used to Live Here. There is that for our spooky book club. I almost said book. For our spooky book club by Michael Kliewer, probably. Still actually don't know.
Did you start it yet?
I have not started it yet.
I did.
Oh, spoiler! Okay, that's good. Okay, hopefully he's probably not asleep. Okay. Do you have any hauls?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, I lied.
Oh, wow.
This is one of the things I wanted to talk about on the podcast.
All right. You said I'm saving something for the podcast. I was like, okay, great. And then started talking about our electrical issues.
So, you know that I have a gluten intolerance, and I have to really watch what I eat. So I've been thinking about making my own bread for probably a year now. And Emma and I finally started a video. We haven't finished it. I'm so dumb. I really thought that...
You're not dumb.
I really thought that a sourdough starter only took like 2 or 3 days maybe. It takes literally a week.
Okay.
So I was watching a video by this farm, and I forget the name of the farm. I should have looked it back up. Actually, let me go ahead and do that, because give her props for
How do you get a sourdough starter?
So, give me a second. I'm going to look up this video if I'm smart enough to figure out how to... Okay, wait. Oh, here it is. Okay, she's from Whispering Willow Farms. Whispering Willow Farm. Oh, excuse me. Whispering Willow Farm. Let me go ahead and subscribe to her so I can find her again. But I liked it so that I could go back and finish it. So, the way that you do it is you take a cup of flour, and whole wheat. And so I went out and got organic, unbleached whole wheat flour. Because I have some that I ordered from Amazon, but it's just like this much. I don't know how many ounces it is. It's not like a whole pound.
A cup and a half?
Yeah.
From what I'm looking at, height-wise.
So then I had to go to Walmart and get like a big bag. Because you take a cup of flour and you put it in a mason jar. And then you put a cup of water. She said equal flour to equal water. And then you mix it real good.
Yeah.
And she said if it's too watery or too floury, you can add water or flour to make it not watery or whatever. You want the right consistency. And then you cover it overnight. And after 24 hours, you go back and you discard half of it. And then you add another cup of flour and another cup of water, and then you mix it up. And then you go back after 24 hours and you discard half of it. I'm like, we're wasting a lot of flour here.
How can it grow if I keep tossing it out?
I don't think I have enough flour to waste this much flour.
Yeah.
So that's why I had to go buy more flour. So anyway, we're gonna start it yesterday, but we were both so tired after everything we did on Sunday. It was not happening. We were gonna do it Saturday originally, but I forgot to buy the mason jar when we went to the store because I'm forgetful. So anyway, we're gonna start it, and it takes 7 complete days, and I've only watched up to day 5 or 6 on the video, so I don't know how it ends.
No spoilers, please.
I don't know what to do with it after day 5 or 6. But anyway, we're going to try to make our first batch of sourdough bread next week.
Okay.
So, silly me thought it was going to be today. But then I was like, oh, 7 days, not 2?
Not
okay.
2. Oh,
all right.
Oh, it's not done already? Oh, okay.
So anyway, and then of course I had to buy a bread pan to bake it in because I don't have one. And last time we borrowed my mom, she didn't get them back for like 6 months. So
not me with her muffin pan.
No, not you with the muffin pans. And so anyway, there's that. And I wanted to read this meme that Emma sent me.
Okay.
Because this feels like me and Emma, and she's not even 16.
Yeah.
One day you're young, hip, and fun, and the next thing you know, you're going to bed at 9 p.m., have a coop full of chickens, sourdough starter on the counter, and you never want to leave your house. And honestly, by the way, if there's any rich single man out there who wants to buy me a farm and settle down, just let me know.
Becky's your woman. You want homegrown bread and eggs? She's got you.
Unless you already have your own farm, I actually have a piece of property picked out for us.
She can give you a couple chickens and ducks and take care of it for you.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Do you have any hauls?
No. I don't think so.
One day I'm going to haul a boyfriend.
Hey. One day I'm going to haul the lottery and I would lose my mind. Oh man, that'd be something. Don't worry, Becky. If I win the lottery, I'll buy your property.
You're such a good friend.
I try. Oh, I wish I had more money. You can go back to work, Brooke. No. Okay. Anyway, no, I don't think I have any hauls actually related to podcast. I don't know. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for listening, everybody. And,
we're not done.
Just kidding. Okay, did you finish anything since our last recording?
I have not finished anything. I'm only 4 hours away from being done with Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
And I'm maybe 7 hours from being done with Wheel of Time.
Okay.
Which one?
You've just been busy, hey?
Well, I mean, I've been listening to it. They're just so long.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a negative.
Well, I mean, big books are fun, but you also have to have the mindset and time that you want to commit to a big book.
Yes, because this one is tiring. 26 hours of listening.
That's a lot.
Where is the book title for this guy? Just telling me book 10 doesn't tell me anything. I almost have the title in my head, but I can't quite pull it. Crossroads of Twilight.
You know, in my head I was thinking Crossroads of Twilight, but I didn't say it.
You should have.
I was like, I don't know if that's actually the right one. Man. Okay. What have you been up to? Just working and sourdough starting and going to church. Sourdough starting.
Trying to clean this daggum house.
Yeah, how's that coming?
Well, my mom came down and helped Ella in her room, who, by the way, was not appreciative of any help.
Okay.
She was very grumpy about it.
Okay.
But she got her clothes put away, and they did a little bit of rearranging so that she could use all of the drawers under her bed. One of them was broken, but we have it fixed now.
Woohoo!
So she can use her drawer. And my sister brought it back the other 2 drawers that she fixed at her house. We just have to finish painting the dresser now and putting the knobs on. Mm-hmm. But she has a stand-up dresser and then the drawers underneath her bed. So she has a place to put all of her clothes. And she's using her closet. So that's good. We've done more laundry, so we have more to sort. But I did get a bag of giveaway clothes. Now I just need like probably 3 or 4 more to get clothes out of my house. If anyone wants some clothes, come by my house.
You've already filled 1 bag. Have you taken it to Goodwill or anything?
No, I want to have 2 or 3
to go ahead
take over there. I probably should just go ahead and take the 1 bag. Yeah. And get it out of my house.
I had like a bag of Goodwill stuff. I need to finish going through my closet. But I have 1 bag of Goodwill stuff and a box of Goodwill stuff. And my mom was here Saturday and helped me clean upstairs, or like the 2 bedrooms and the bathroom, and which took us like almost 4 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, really just the floor.
Wow.
We need to get rid of our carpet. Friggin' dog fur.
Well, one day.
Yeah, one day. And she took it because they have signed up for somebody does a pickup. Like, they'll call and ask, do you have any donations? And she's like, yes or no. And if they do, they just say, yeah. And they'll put them on the list, and they just put them on their front porch, and they come get them. And which I don't know what company it is.
The American Kidney something or other does that.
Yeah, I think that's what. I think that's the one. So I was gonna say, just if you want, give the bag to her. That's
Tracy. Come get this bag.
Come get this bag of clothes. That's good though.
Yeah, we're getting
staying
there.
At it.
Yeah,
that's the hardest part.
Yeah, we took out trash, which is always good.
Yeah,
so I was going to take out trash. Cleaned out litter boxes. So we're trying to be more consistent about, you know, picking up, putting stuff away. One of us has a problem with not putting trash in a trash can. And so, you know, we're trying to make sure that we're throwing stuff in a trash can, not in the floor.
Yep. Good habits.
Yes. So, yeah, we're getting there. And eventually, I'm really hoping before Christmas that I can get my room washed down and maybe painted. Because I'd really like my sister to come and put in cabinets for me.
Yeah.
So, and then maybe I can show off some before and after pictures.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're getting there. But we've been doing that. And trying to, of course, donate plasma and exercise. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Life.
Yeah.
And read.
Yeah. I have decided I want to use our little balcony.
Yeah.
More for like during the day if I put Stetson down for a nap. Just go up there and read.
Yeah.
Because
that'd be nice.
It's there. Never go out there. There's a little table and 2 chairs up there. We never go out there. So, and that's one of the reasons. I mean, I had to clean our bedroom because then I can open the door to get out there.
Right.
So
you could also sit on your porch swing and read.
I do that sometimes. It's always more bees on the lower level, which I still sit out there, but it's nice. I like the balcony view.
Yeah.
But the floor on the balcony, it needs to be pressure washed. Oh. Like bad. And I didn't know if you could tell when I posted a little picture on Instagram. It's got a filter, so the filter's a little dark, so it looks like it could be that filter, but it's just like caked on from nobody ever being out there, just the weather.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
well, that handsome handy husband of yours.
Handsome handy husband. Yeehaw. Yeah. Bless him. He worked every day this past week except
because of
Sunday.
The hurricane?
No.
Oh.
But, well, kinda. Not really, but sort of. That doesn't make any sense. He was already thinking about going in for some overtime, and it just happened to like coincide with that time-wise. But there were other people being called in because of the storm, so kind of a no. And I just know I don't think he's planning on working every day this week. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, the grass needs to be cut again. He wants to clear all of it up, which I told him he could probably wait to do that until it actually gets winter time, because that's what he likes to do is cut the entire field, and then it'll just grow for like a year. Yeah. Except he does want to cut back there where we normally go and shoot, because I want to shoot my bow, but it's like the grass is like as tall as me. So I want to be able to take Stetson out there too. So yeah, I want to feel comfortable having Stetson out there as well. Can't if the grass is 4'11". So yeah. So there's just so much stuff. There's always so much stuff. Oh man. Anyway, I don't know why I started talking about that.
The listeners aren't sure either, but
yeah, I mean, we're just chatting.
Anyway, have you finished any books?
So I think so. I never updated my stuff that I update.
Good job.
Thanks.
We're so put together.
Well,
she's more put together than I am. She keeps telling me I need to make notes. I'm like, okay.
Well, it's funny. I meant to say something. I meant to say this last week when I said that, but since I can't go back in time, it's funny that I say that you should do that, because, like, yeah, it's a good idea, but then here I am never updating my...
You do it more often than I do.
It's crazy. So I did talk about finishing the last one by Will Dean, so that's done. I finished 2 things. Okay, stop crackling. I finished... Oh, hold on. Austin texted me. Okay. So like, make sure
make sure it's the right one.
Make sure we're still here. I had told him the cord wasn't working. Oh. Yeah, so I finished The Last by Hanna Jameson. Mm-hmm. I really liked that book. That was really, really good. I think I gave it a 5-star. I want to pull up the synopsis for the people. Oh my goodness. Can you not? We're having issues, people. We are having issues. It could be so much worse, but that storm really did a number on us. It could be so much worse. And it is worse for a lot of people. Okay, so The Last by Hanna Jameson. Really enjoyed it. Here's the synopsis. I'm going to read the entire thing, so bear with me.
Go for it.
This propulsive post-apocalyptic thriller in which Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None collides with Stephen King's The Shining follows a group of...
Sorry.
I'm sorry, did I say something funny?
No, I was just choking on my coffee.
Breathe. follows a group of survivors stranded at a hotel as the world descends into nuclear war and the body of a young girl is discovered in one of the hotel's water tanks. John thought he had all the time in the world to respond to his wife's text message. I miss you so much. I feel bad about how we left it. Love you. But as he's waiting in the lobby of, which I still never figured out how to say the hotel's name, in the lobby of the hotel in Switzerland, after an academic conference, still mulling over how to respond to his wife, he receives a string of horrifying push notifications. Washington, D.C. has been hit with a nuclear bomb, then New York, then London, and finally Berlin. That's all he knows before news outlets and social media goes black, and before the clouds on the horizon turn orange. 2 months later, there are 20 survivors holed up in the hotel, a place already tainted by its strange history of suicides and murders. John and the rest try to maintain some semblance of civilization, but when he goes up to the roof to investigate the hotel's worsening water quality, he is shocked to discover the body of a young girl floating in one of the tanks, and is faced with the terrifying possibility that there might still be a killer among the group. As supplies dwindle and tensions rise, John becomes obsessed with discovering the truth behind the girl's death. In this brilliantly executed, chilling, and extraordinary post-apocalyptic mystery, the questions Jameson poses oh my gosh. Who will be with you at the end of the world, and what kind of person will you be, are as haunting as the plot itself. And that was actually blurred by Emily St. John Mandel. Nationally best-selling author of Station 11. That's what it says. It was really, really good. I actually really liked it. I wouldn't really say that it's sort of like The Shining. I know I said that last week. And I know I haven't actually read The Shining. But I've seen The Shining. That counts, right? And then There Were None by Agatha Christie. It just doesn't, those just don't ring true to me when explaining or describing what this book is about, or like the kind of vibes it gives off, I guess, or what you could compare it to. There we go. We got there. But it was still really, really good. I think they only said The Shining because the girl was just found in the water tanks. And John does go through a few moments where he's like, feels like he's losing his mind because he's trying so hard to figure out who did this, that it seems, quote unquote, maybe, that he might be seeing ghosts, he might not be seeing ghosts, it's kind of in his head, we don't really know. But that doesn't happen all too often. So it's like, I feel like it was a stretch, but it was still really good. I actually would say, in my professional opinion, I would say that it's more like Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel meets The Dog Stars by Peter Heller. I thought they were, if you like combined them, smushed them together, and then threw in a kind of a strange mystery, that would be this book. And I thought it was really, really good. I just really enjoyed it. It was very quotable. I ended up saving a lot of quotes.
Oh, good, because we haven't done a quote in a while.
I literally thought that in my brain just as I was saying that. Maybe I should pull one up.
Would you like to share one with us?
Yeah, I guess so.
Sorry, guys. We've been slacking on that one.
So funny. Oh, see, and then I do this thing now where half the time, I'll jot down the page number and then, like, describe what paragraph it is. That's, like, not actually the quote. That was going to be a really good one, though. But I don't even have the book in the house because I let my mom borrow it. Okay. Let's see.
Are we professionals? Have we been doing this for almost 2 years or what?
Or what? Let's see. Oh, I liked this one. This is like early on, like the catastrophe is like just happened. And people are like waiting to be told what to do. Somebody needs to take charge. We don't understand what's happening. Is it safe out there? Is it not safe? Can we leave the hotel? Should we not? Like, we don't know. But this is the quote. But people were leaving, flooding out the entrance. I watched them, my back to the wall, partially hidden by the potted plant, It started to dawn on me that no one was going to tell me what to do. My country had no government. Scotland was gone. Hundreds of thousands of people were dead, and everyone was waiting for a government that no longer existed to talk them through the protocol for something that had never happened before. That has a lot of weight to it when you read it in the story, because it's like, yeah, you're right. What do we do? you can't. Like, the United States was gone. It's gone. And that's where he's from. He's an American, and he's like, do I just sit here and wait on the American military to come save me? Wait, they're probably all gone. Well, it's kind of crazy.
We do have them stationed throughout the world. So there might be some military, but who's there to give the orders?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. It had a lot of quotable moments, like I've already said, and it really kind of hit the spot with like this quiet, melancholy idea, or like what is humanity to you at this point? Like, there's nothing else you can do, and what are you missing from your life now? What does it really mean? That Station 11 kind of gave me. But there's also like, survival is such a strong key point, like it is in the Dog Stars. That's a little, I guess, like violent, like what you have to do in order to survive. So that's why I say those books. But it was really, really good. I really liked it, and I'm pretty sure I gave it 5 stars. I guess I could look, but in case anybody needs to know what I rated it, 5 stars. So it was really good. Then I finished a scary book. It was freaky. I read Stolen Tongues by Felix Blackwell.
The title is scary.
That was originally one of the things that made me want to read it. Let me find it on here so I can read the synopsis. Not the stolen. I don't know what I'm doing. Stolen Tongues. But the very first thing that made me want to read it was I was on YouTube at some point, like last year. I don't know. And I was like, what I literally typed in the search bar was scariest books ever. And, I'm sure there was so many videos, but I recognized I think I recognized her. It was a while ago. I might not have actually known who this girl was. But I clicked on her video, and she was just going through a few really scary books. And I think Bird Box may have been on that list. I'm not gonna lie. I think so. But this one was on there, and she was like, this scared me so bad. And I was like, adds to TBR. Gonna read it. First of all, like she said, it was just so scary. It was absolutely one of the most horrifying books she had ever read. Because for some reason, I just want to terrorize myself. But then the title is called Stolen Tongues, and that's the cover that I read. Oh. It's just creepy.
It is.
It's this creepy cabin with the lights on, and out in a snowscape at night. Is the title, Stolen Tongues. But then there's like this creepy zombie mummy thing standing out there, creature. Yeah. And you're like, what is that?
Did you say the author's name?
I think I did. I don't know. Felix Blackwell, just in case. Okay.
Because I don't listen to Brooke when she's talking. So.
I don't listen when I talk. This is a synopsis. A romantic cabin getaway doesn't go exactly as planned. High up in the windswept cliffs of Pale Peak, which is in Colorado, by the way. Oh. It didn't click in my head, but as I was reading, they talked about it being in Colorado, and I was like, oh, okay. Faye and Felix celebrate their new engagement, but soon a chorus of ghastly noises erupts from the nearby woods. The screams of animals, the cries of children, and the mad babble of 100 mournful voices. A dark figure looms near the windows in the dead of night. Whispering to Faye, as the weather turns deadly, Felix discovers that his terrified fiancée isn't just mumbling in her sleep. She's whispering back. Oh. Now, I'm going to say, this book, I gave it a 4-star. So, it started off, quite frankly, horrifying. I was literally so scared. I started it at night. Don't know why.
Of course, Austin was at work.
Right. So I was alone, basically, and it was dark outside. And it starts off with Felix and Faye I thought it was the start of the story after having read the synopsis. but it wasn't. It was like a prologue, but it seemed like they were in a cabin in the woods somewhere. Mm-hmm. So I thought it was, but basically similar situation, I guess. But they're staying at someone's house, I believe, but they just happen to be in a different cabin in the woods in some mountain or something. House sitting. And they're watching their friends, like, parrot. And, which already, like, it just, he did a good job using a parrot to scare the pea whittle-do out of me. Like, because it was a gray macaw, I believe, so it talks. And it's, like, kept in the kitchen or something, and it's dark in the house, and it's creepy. Like, they were watching movies, and now they're going to bed. And all of a sudden, just from the bedroom, they just hear the bird start talking. And it just sets up. It was so creepy. So creepy. I was like, why is the bird talking? Because he had already, like, explained, like, a lot of the bird's phrases, why the bird does this phrase, whether it's fear or it sees a face it doesn't recognize, things like that. So the second you start hearing what the bird's saying, you know why the bird is saying what it's saying. And you're like, there's something downstairs. So he goes downstairs and he's like, Bird, you okay? Oh, sorry, microphone. And the bird's calm, quiet, just staring. And that's creepy in of itself, like the stare of just a bird. Nope. And it says certain phrases, and so he's like, let me look out the window, and he looks out the window, nothing's there. He's like, okay. And then he goes back upstairs, and then he hears the bird again, and I'm like, nope, bump that, I'm leaving the house, like, nope. So it just takes off from there, and it really creeped me out so bad. Like, he did such a good job with just that prologue that I was like, this is going to be so scary. I cannot read this at night at all. And I listened to the audiobook when I started it. Don't know why I did that. I mean, I was knitting, so I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to read it on my Kindle, but it's on Everand, so let me just go ahead and start it while I'm knitting. No, shouldn't have done that. That's creepy. The narrator was doing a very good job. I was like, no, this is not happening. And it stays pretty creepy and scary for, like, the majority of the book, but the beginning was just, like, very top tier spooks for me. For Brooke, top tier. But yeah, and I actually I highlighted a portion of a chapter just to, like, read it to you.
So I'm guessing you gave it a 4-star because it didn't end well?
Well, it ended fine. It ended good, like, I guess how you would expect it to have ended, and which was fine. I think it's just the last little part of the book just wasn't quite as scary. Mm-hmm. But it was still very good. I guess it just didn't reach, I don't know, it just got less spooky to read, I guess. I don't know how else to explain it. Okay, well, if I find it, I'll let you know. But no, it was really good. But I think it did just, like, kind of it was not quite as scary as the beginning, near the ending of the story. Which kind of makes sense, I guess.
My foot's going to sleep, I gotta stand up.
Wake up, foot. Wake up. But, that's all I finished. That's it from me.
So, what are you currently reading?
Well, I am currently reading, let's see, let me pull it up over here. Not We Used to Live Here. I need you to stop cackling. Sorry.
Not me.
Yeah, I was about to say, not
the
Becky.
Microphone. That would be crackling, not cackling.
You say cackling? This.
Crackling.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Right. Sheesh.
Excuse us, but we're both blondes.
I have pretend blonde highlights. Person seen. Oh, it must be a package. Okay, so sorry. I started to read More of Us to the West by Trinity Dunn. Mm-hmm. It is the first book in the Adrift series. And I think it's like 5 or 6 books. Yeah, 5 books. Yep. And this is the one that I sort of pitched as I didn't really know much about it. I only even read the synopsis. But I had sort of thought, it kind of seems like Lost fan fiction.
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah. So, here's the synopsis for everybody just to jog your memories in case you need it. I wanted to disappear, and then I did. I'm sorry. This is gonna make me chuckle. On a trip to reignite the spark in her marriage, Elena Grace's upgraded first-class ticket places her far from her husband and next to the notorious Jack Fulmer, a former teen actor who'd I'm sorry, I can't do cheesy. It's not even that cheesy yet. Calm down. A former teen actor who'd previously hung on posters in her childhood bedroom. When an unusual storm forces their plane out of the sky, her ticket will save her life and require her to question everything. Ripped from the comforts of her world and injured, Elena finds herself on an island in the middle of the Pacific, completely separated from her husband among 11 strangers. Seeking comfort in the presence of the single familiar face, Elena quickly finds herself torn between her past and her present, between two loves in two contrasting worlds. As they navigate life on the island, they uncover mystery around the storm they encountered and begin to question whether it was indeed a storm at all. In this new foreign place, as they search for signs of rescue, these strangers will find adventure, hidden secrets, and each other family. So with that, it sort of seems like Lost fan fiction. I knew it was a romance, kind of. But they never tell you how detailed the romantic moments are going to be. And I kind of wish they would.
Is it rated R?
It's honestly not that bad. At first, when it suddenly started, I was like, what is happening? Hold on. And then the intimate scene, it sort of like got to a certain point, and then it was like fade to black. And I was like, okay, that's not too bad. And then another scene came up. I was like, how many of these are going to happen in just the first 100 pages of this 600-page book? Because I would like to read about their survival on this island, if we could. So far...
That's how they're surviving.
Thriving. It's really not that bad. And so...
I hope her husband's not still alive. That's going to be awkward.
You know, I'm thinking that the book is going to end with her deciding to commit to somebody, and then I feel like he's going to pop up and cause drama. And it is an adult novel, but it's like really written kind of YA-ish.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is kind of funny. Like, it's interesting. I'm enjoying it just fine at the moment. Like, I hope I'm only like 30% through or something. Oh, wait, this says, that's Stolen Tongues. It's probably stuck in the phone case. You got it? Okay, yeah. Good. I'm proud of you. Oh, here it is. I don't know why I couldn't get it on my actual Kindle. But I'm enjoying it just fine. I am only I think 34% through, something like that. Mm-hmm. And it is almost like a 600-page book, if not over 600 pages. So I have a ways to go. I hope it ends up focusing a little bit more on survival and like their human interactions, but like not and not so much on like repopulating this island, I guess. So we'll see what happens. It's a 5-book series.
Are they on the island for all 5 books?
That's what I'm guessing.
That's crazy.
So that's what makes me feel like Lost fan fiction.
Right.
And somebody who's crashed on the island has won the lottery, which makes me think of Lost because Hugo won the lottery and then they crashed. And there's then one guy who's sort of taking charge. His name is Jack. So it's sort of like it may have been Lost fan fiction.
That's funny.
It is funny.
It doesn't say that anywhere though.
I don't think so. And I probably could look it up on Google to actually see if it was like originally like on like Wattpad or something that one of those platforms. I can think of what it's called, where people go to like write fan fiction and stuff.
Right.
I just haven't yet. But so far it's really not that bad. I found this little snippet from Stolen Tongues that I wanted to read to you. I don't know if me reading it to you will give off the same scary, spooky, creepy feeling that it gave me when I read it. So I'll just read it first and then talk. In the middle of the night, I'm sorry, I have to give you some backstory. So Felix, Faye becomes sick after their trip to this cabin. So she's at home. He is going to go investigate something at the cabin. So he's leaving her with 3 of his friends, a couple and a single guy. So they're like at their house, staying with them. And this is what happens. In the middle of the night, Allison and Tyler had an argument, which ended up with Allison storming out of the house. Allegedly, Faye had spent hours singing and talking to herself in our bedroom, which prompted Allison to investigate. And I'm assuming this is before she stormed out of the house. Faye told her that she was afraid to be alone and begged Allison to stay with her through the night. Allison slept on the floor but woke up at one point to Faye leaning off the side of the bed, whispering that there was a man without a face wandering around in the dark downstairs. She said, "He keeps asking about you," then reached out and combed her fingers through Allison's hair.
No.
I'd have been like, nope.
No.
Nope, I'm done. Count me out. Sorry, sister. Like, nope. And how I imagine it, after having read other creepy things to this point, that led up to this point, is like, it's a dark room. The girl's sleeping on the floor, which, first of all, why wouldn't she just sleep in the bed?
Yeah.
Like, it's not, you don't have to sleep on the floor. So
maybe she didn't want to get sick. Because Faye's sick, right?
It's a different kind of sickness.
Oh, just mental sickness. Mentally ill.
Yeah. Yeah. And so she's like laying on the floor, it's dark, and I just imagine her just like sleeping there next to the underneath of the bed, which that's a no for me.
Right.
That's spooky. And she just opens her eyes and like Faye's head is just like looking down at her. And I was like, nope, I will have no part of this. No, thank you. But there was a lot of like...
It's her running her fingers through her hair for me.
It's the, there's a man on the outside of the door who keeps asking about you for me.
He has no face.
I would have probably soiled my pants if I opened my eyes all of a sudden in the middle of the night and somebody's face was looking down at me. I probably would have just like died right then and there. So there was a lot of creepy instances like that, and that's one of the things that made it so good, was because of just how like it wasn't even like jump scary, but it was just very creepy, like very creepy. And I'm all about a good creepy book. So I do plan on, I don't know how long it's going to take me to finish More of Us to the West, but if I end up getting through it pretty quickly, I might try to read something else before We Used to Live Here, because I don't like when I read something super early before our book club and then like I don't remember everything exactly, or it's not quite as fresh, I guess, in my mind when we go to talk about it. Yeah. So I might try to read something else. It just depends on how long this takes me. What I was going to say about Stolen Tongues was that I don't know if anybody is paying attention, but most of the time, the only time I have to read a lot is at night now, when Stetson's asleep for bed. There's like 2 times in the day he might take a nap and I'll try and read, but it's not like I can't read like for 3 hours straight, right? Like I can in the middle of the night. So I wouldn't read Stolen Tongues, and that's why I started More of Us to the West, so I could get the creepy out of my head and the cheesy into it. And then Austin was home. Normally he would have been home Friday and Saturday, right? But he went to work, and which he can't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for everybody listening. It really doesn't matter. But then last night, no, it was Saturday night. Saturday night, he came home earlier than he would have, and I said, "Oh, since you're home, I'll read this creepy book since you're here to protect me." He was like, okay. And at that point, I was only like 44% of the way through. Mm-hmm. I finished it. I can finish the rest of the book.
That's funny.
And it was really easy to read. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that has to do with it or if it was just compelling enough or both. Or I was also like, I don't want to be alone another night where I can't read this. So like, let me finish. But it was really good. I was really impressed with myself that I went from like 40-something% to 100.
Done. Yeah, that is impressive.
So that's that for me. I don't know. We'll see if I read. We'll see how long it takes me to finish this one. More of Us to the West. And then, assuming I do finish it, you never know.
Yeah.
I might DNF it. Yeah, at some point we used to live here. I was really thinking of reading Red Rabbit. Red Rabbit and by Alex Grecian, I think, right? Mm-hmm. And Stolen Tongues are what I put in a poll for people to just pick one. Because they were both like, to me, they were at like the same level of kind of creepy. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'd be happy with either one.
I must have missed the poll. I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah, I think it was really only up there for like a couple hours. Because I think I posted it like in the morning at some point. And I was like, that way, by tonight, yeah, that makes sense because I started it at night. By tonight, I'll be able to start one. And they're both on Everand, so I can start listening to the audiobooks. And they were both on Kindle Unlimited, so, which I started to wonder if there's a correlation between that. Mm-hmm. There's not. Just happens that they're both on Everand and Kindle Unlimited. So, because More of Us to the West is also on Kindle Unlimited, but it is not on Everand. So, there's that. Yep. I think I'm all caught up. There I am.
Very good. I did want to say that, my mom only reads mysteries, but I asked her if she could please read my book for me and give me some feedback.
Oh, yeah.
And so she agreed to that. So I'm going to get her a copy of my book so I can get some feedback because I'd like to work on it some more. I already know a couple things I want to do with it. I just have to find the time to actually do that. But I have some things I need to insert, and I know I need more descriptors probably in it, but
it's going to take a little while.
Yeah, but it should only take a day to read what I have because it's only 88 pages.
That's true. Yeah.
So, and she is a good reader, and she is a teacher, so she knows how to critique things. I haven't given it to the guy at church yet because he's also teaching our Bible class right now, and I don't figure he has time to really do extra reading because, he has a job.
Yeah.
And he's doing the Bible class, which takes, some work into getting up stuff for a Bible class.
Yeah.
So I was going to wait until the Bible study was over to give it to him to critique. So maybe I'll be able to do a couple of more, like, tweaks to it before I give it to him. And add a little bit to it, but I don't know. I'm excited to see. Emma is supposedly reading it, but she hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
And Ella is supposedly reading it, but she hasn't said anything. So
yeah, I have not read it yet.
I don't think Adam's read it yet either because he hasn't said anything. I need to get a copy to Andrew so he can read it.
Yeah.
I would love to maybe make some time this week to write, and I still have to make Christmas presents.
Oh goodness.
I'm going to get there.
Yeah. You're doing so much.
Yeah.
You're a real productive lady.
I told Emma I try to do too much.
I mean, it seems feasible when you want to do it. I feel the same way. Like, I want to do so much, but then starting to do things, it's like, oh, I can't. I'm never getting done. Never getting it all done. Yeah, there's really not.
All right. Well, I guess that's all for me.
Okay.
I might have some updates on critiques maybe next week for people. At least maybe from my mom. So that'd be nice if I could get some critiques. I want to make money. I don't know if anyone knows that.
No,
I have this 46 acres that I'd like to buy and build a house and some barns.
Our neighbor who Austin bought this house from, well, he passed away. And at his funeral, they were talking about how they all grew up on their property that they used to have, which was 100 acres.
Wow.
And they would call it their 100-acre wood. And I was like, that just sounds so great. Yeah,
that's so wonderful.
They had like such a lovely childhood, it seems, and stuff. And I love that. If I ever were able to get 100 acres, you would have to call it the 100-acre wood.
You would. As a reader, why wouldn't you?
I just thought that they must have had such a beautiful childhood.
Oh, yeah, that sounds wonderful.
So
I want to have my 46 acres, and I want to have 2 separate
Me too.
Orchards.
I struggle with that word. That one and orchid.
I almost said orchid. I'm like, I don't want an orchid.
I get those mixed up for some reason. Like I know what they are, and I know what I'm trying to say, but I do that all the time.
I don't want an orchid. I want orchards.
Well, now your boyfriend who's listening was going to get you some orchids. She wants orchids. She'll take them.
Only if you also build me a house and some barns.
Yeah.
Because I need a house to put the orchids in.
He already has a farm and stuff. He's already got all of that.
Emma goes,
for you.
Emma said, you should go up north during the winter and find someone. I said, but I don't want to live up north. And she goes, well, that's how all the Hallmark movies go.
I was just thinking like,
and I was like, yeah, but I want to live down here, not up there. And she goes, he could sell his farm up there and buy one down here.
Yeah. He could, if he's rich enough, he can just live in New York and buy you a house down here. And he can come down and visit.
Oh, we don't even have to be married, honestly. Just buy me the...
Really good friends. We're really close. Anyway.
This conversation has digressed.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, anyway, if my elders are listening, I'm just kidding.
I'm not. I'm not kidding for Becky. Just kidding. All right.
All right. Well, anyway, thank you all for listening. It's wonderful to know that there are so many kindred spirits in the world. Please keep listening and check out the Sideways Sheriff and let us know if you want any merchandise. We're selling it, not giving it away, though. And keep listening and read our book club book, We Used to Live Here. Who's it by? Something Kliewer? Michael Kliewer.
Michael Kliewer.
Don't forget. And until next time, stay happily booked.